Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. Happy Saturday. We're looking again here at Rune. I keep getting the question, when's it going to pull back? Well, we're going to see if that's even on the horizon. At this point, we got some massive candle wicks, really just wrecking a lot of shorts. So be very, very careful shorting this coin. It's overextended, yes, but it's also consolidated nicely at this range. We got a lot of volume. There's a reason why it hasn't turned itself around. Okay, again, we're going to look at the bigger picture and kind of see, because there are some key level resistances. We need to see if we can break through those. But for right now, we're just going to focus on what we have right now, the positive, and go from there. So if you're new to the channel, keep in mind, I love teaching people to trade. Hope you can learn something better today. Obviously, we have a free Discord down below if you would. Come on over, join us there. It's awesome to be able to interact with our community there day in, day out. We have some awesome traders here, phenomenal traders, but actually it's probably an easier way to describe it. But there's a request section where you can request me to cover certain coins. So come on over, check that out. Really fun things there. And quick congrats to our community members. Nice 55% long position in 24 hours there from our injective long trade. We also got a couple of shorts that hit their targets on Thursday. Big surprise, Bitcoin dumping 5 minutes. 12% in 5 minutes? $1.6 billion in liquidation, something stupid. 94% from SHIB, and then 42% from HBAR. That did help offset some of our losses to the upside because we had some longs open too. Right, again, those are all things that occur when this takes place and Bitcoin dumps super, super hard. That was just unexpected for most people. There's some people that claim that they expected it, but no one truly expects that much movement in that short amount of time. That was absolutely insane. Either way, we're here now, and what's crazy cool, Rune didn't even flinch when that happened. It was absolutely insane. Most coins took a 20% hit. Rune was just like, no big deal. We're right back on track. So that's why we want to look at this here. So I drew out some new Fibonacci retracement levels. We're going to discuss a couple things here that are important. We got this bounce off of 70 on the RSI, and I'm a firm believer on 70 working as a support resistance level, or just in general, RSI being anything over 70 is overextended. But until the price breaks down below that level, that's the case point where you want to wait. So in other words, for lack of better terms here, the price will probably continue to go sideways in this range. Let's say hypothetically it does. And the RSI slowly works its way down. Once the RSI breaks down below 70 at that point, that's when you maybe want to consider a short, because then you have confirmation that it's been overextended for too long. It's considered to be oversold at that point. It's no longer overbought, right? Right now, it's still overbought. It's all about the hype, and people keep buying this coin. So just keep that in mind. You're on the wrong side of the tracks if you're trying to short right now. I know it seems juicy, but it's not really worthwhile. And I say that because we have a tremendous amount of volume support here. In the recent past, they're at about 157/160. That is important to recognize, because if you take a look at the bigger picture here, we can also see a very similar story. That takes into consideration all the volume previously. We have literally the most amount of volume at this point than all of this combined. For lack of better terms, it's pretty insane how much volume we have there at that level. So that does imply that 160 is a good bouncing point. I wish we had gotten our alert, because we got alert here at about 137. We're trying to get a good long position in there. Unfortunately, we missed that opportunity, but hey, crypto is a sea of missed opportunities. That's just the way it goes. You move on to the next, okay? So make your own luck, but also do not force it either. So to me, at this point here, the price were to pull back, a good entry target would be the 157/160, considering that's a volume support. Okay, we can see that pretty clear as day. All right, so now that we've established where the support levels are, we can understand if this overextension can continue or if we see a pullback to that level. So let's just quickly mark this line here, just to kind of give us some perspective here. So we'll just do 160 as a safe point there. Okay, so that's pretty obvious light. I mean, look at this here too. Not only just based on volume, you can see 160 working. Look at how many times it tried to break through that level and just finally did. So keep in mind, that's a new support level, hands down. Easy money if you consider a long position there, if the price pulls back, okay? Again, just saying, this coin has a lot of momentum. It may not pull back that far, but if it does, it'd be a good consideration for a long. Okay, so now that we've understood that, we look at the 4 hour here, we can kind of see that yes, of course, we got the most amount of volume at that level. We want to respect that. We're closer to 70 on the RSI. There's a chance we could see a pullback here. We take a look at TD sequential. We are roughly 8 4-hour candles into this continuation. Now, generally speaking, if you look at this coin, we can see here that there are multiple instances where we've hit overextension and it doesn't matter. Okay? So I would take that with a grain of salt here. We're at an 8 right now. Is it going to pull back another 4 hours? Maybe. But it probably won't too, considering what happened recently, how strong this coin is, okay? Again, trends are going to continue until they don't, and at this point, this trend is obviously in full control, and we can see here there's a lot of reasons not to trade into this coin. First of all, we're above all 3 moving averages. We are converging on the MACD, or already had converged. We're 12 hours into that, and we're hitting 70 on the RSI. So while that is a resistance level and we're overextended going into it, we see a pullback. It may not be that significant. It may just be down to the 160, 165 range and continue higher. So to me, I'm going to wait again for an entry at that level. I understand that you may not be the kind of trader to do that. Maybe you're a breakout trader. I can tell you, breakout traders get wrecked pretty hard, and waiting for confirmation is ultimately the best way to go. In the last almost 20 years of experience that I've been trading, I can tell you that it's extremely important to be patient and to try not to FOMO into things. Easier said than done. I totally get it. It happens to me even seldomly now, where I feel like I missed an opportunity. I still feel like that right now. We should have gotten in at 136. We'd be massively in profit from there. What, somewhere in the range of 20-30% on a 5x leverage trade? That's quite a lot of dough, right? Again, those things happen, missed opportunities. But for right now, jumping in right now when the price is fairly overextended after a breakthrough key level resistance, it would make more sense for the price to pull back and consolidate at that level. Okay. Again, even if it doesn't, that's all well and good. Generally speaking, unless you're going to dollar cost average, it may not be the best entry at this level, even though it does look like it wants to run. So taking a look at the 1 hour, let's just quickly note here and summarize. Ichimoku Cloud is telling us we have green lights on everything here. But you got to keep in mind the price action is close to where the actual cloud itself is going to consolidate. So unless we can continue it for the next 12 hours or longer at this 172 mark, there's no reason to want to get into this level here. It would make a lot more sense for the price to pull back and to potentially continue higher, or it pulls back and goes lower because of the simple fact that we're below the cloud there and we're working underneath a resistance level. I think that's less likely though. I personally think that we will see a bounce. This may even be the bottom here. We could see a bounce off this level here, this 0.5 Fibonacci. Very common bouncing point. Okay? It's really normal for the price to pull back to the halfway point after an overextension, consolidate, and then continue higher. Okay, so I think that we are in a position where the price should continue upwards, but be mindful that we have a tremendous amount of support at 160. If the price pulls back there, that'd be a much better entry than where we're at presently. Obviously, hindsight is 2020. We can look at that in any way, shape, or form, but I can tell you though that generally speaking, we're looking pretty good here. It is overextended on the hourly as well, so a pullback would make sense from it. But you got to recognize just how overextended it is. It should have pulled back by now, and it hasn't. That's a testament to how strong this coin is. Okay, so again, careful betting against it. I would highly recommend considering more of an up direction for a trade than a down direction for a trade. All right, again, small position size, small leverage if you're going to do that, because look at how aggressive these candle wicks are. Like literally anyone that was shorting at this point got hit by a 30% candle. And you know most people that are trading coins like this are hitting 20, 30, 40, 50x. So rest in peace to whomever took some losses there, those instant liquidations. If you use smaller position sizing, you can still survive to trade another day. Never take your profits and add to your portfolio and continue to trade with that. Always have an established amount per trade. And again, those are all things I teach in my trading academy, available on our website. Link down below, cryptocash.tech is the site, and you can effectively become a better trader with that those trading materials. I do also have a summer sale right now as well, link down below for that. If you want to become, again, a better trader, jump on over. Please help us grow our Discord as well as our Twitter communities, and greatly appreciate all the wonderful feedback I'm receiving recently too. Some awesome people reaching out and just helping out. It's really awesome. So thanks again so much for your help and consideration. Look forward to working with you. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.